Hello. Hi. Mnet is back at it again, guys. We have a new show, a new installment of the Queendom Kingdom series, Queendom Puzzle. From what we've heard so far, the premise of the show is going to be to launch a global girl group that is made up of idols from already existing or debuted girl groups. So they're making a super group. That's cool. Hmm. At the time of filming this, there has only been one teaser, which I can't play or I'm not going to risk playing, so I will just describe the teaser. But the teaser has 7 silhouettes of some women, and there are songs playing that are like famous K-pop girl group songs of recent-ish time. Not weird assortment of songs actually. And then at the very end, there's a puzzle. Ooh, exciting! I know. If you do decode that puzzle, it does say from 28 to 7, which I can only assume means there's going to be 28 girls on the show, and the final lineup is going to be 7. Songs that are in the teaser: Blackpink, Kill This Love, Girls' Generation, The Boys, Les Seraphim, Fearless, WJSN, As You Wish, Idol, Tomboy, Oh My Girl, Nonstop, Stacy ASAP, Eyes One Fiesta, Red Velvet, Bad Boy. I assume these songs mean nothing. It's just to give you this idea that it's gonna be a lot of big groups on the show, but I can almost assure you there probably won't be big groups on the show, but we'll talk about that. And why I'm so sure these songs mean nothing is Red Velvet is on tour, so they can't do the show. That would be a lot for them to do. Though I guess I don't really know when the show is filming or has been filmed. The teaser at the end says something about first lineup opens May. So I just assume the show's going to be happening end of May, like early June. That should be like when it starts. So I've been using that information to kind of predict what I think what groups will be on this. And let's talk about that. That's the fun part. Predicting the groups or the idols that'll be on the show. Now, I have seen a lot of conversation, a lot of people saying comments of like, oh, I really hope they don't send this group on the show. I hope they don't send my favorites on the show. I get it. Let me just say, I think there's kind of a misunderstanding of what the show is. Like, this isn't Queendom. Full groups are not going on the show. I imagine it's just gonna be one member per group. Second, this show is not the unit. I think a lot of people are maybe thinking it's going to be like that. I don't think it's like that. And if you don't know what the unit was a show that, when was that? 2018? Wow. The premise of the show was to have idols who have been in the business who aren't really successful and they want kind of a second chance to be in a maybe more famous group. Don't think that really worked. But the show made 2 groups, Unity and UNB, which were both temporary. They lasted like a year. They really did not put out much music. They weren't very successful. I don't see it being that. I don't think they're gonna make this like temporary group that's gonna be putting out comebacks. But like I said, I don't know. I'm just assuming. And why I'm kind of assuming that is I would think that they're gonna want to get girls from more well-known established girl groups. Maybe that's the marketing they go with, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of smaller groups on the show, which is fine. I think the show's going to be a lot more like Girls Reverse, which I did not watch. That is the show with idols being like VTubers and they made like a group at the end and they're going to put out like a song or something. I don't know. I didn't watch the show. I don't know actually what that show was. But another example you can think of, WSG Wannabe. I said that right. WSG Wannabe. Yeah, where that is a group of all famous people. There are idols, there are actresses, there are not even idols, but like the K-R&B, not pop singers are in that group. Like, yes, it's a group, but it's not like a group. Like, I just want to reassure this thought of this is gonna take time away from their actual groups. I don't think that's gonna be the case. Because for one, companies probably wouldn't agree to that. Because with WSG Wannabe, like, the people in that group, they still have their primary jobs. They just did this fun show, they did some music stages, they have subunits that have actually had comebacks, but like, that's just like it. It's not a real type of group. Like, I really don't think idols are going to be going on hiatus from the real groups to be in this group or to do the show. As for my predictions, I don't know for sure, obviously. My guess is any group that is having a comeback in the near future is probably not going to be on the show. So that means no Le Seraphim, no Espa, no Dreamcatcher, no Idol, no Promise if they ever have that comeback that was supposed to happen already. And then groups touring aren't going to be able to do this as well. So that would be NMIX and Red Velvet, I know for sure, will be touring in the next few months. So, a lot of groups I love that probably aren't going to be on the show. And then as for Kepler, at first I was like, oh, Kepler is definitely going to be on the show in some way. But then, like, I thought about it more, and I don't know. Because Kepler is an Mnet group, so just like with Queendom, you're going to think that they're going to throw them into an Mnet show. But I just want to know, is there something in their contract that would prohibit them for doing something like this with being in another group? Because, do you get what I'm saying? Like, they're already in a temporary group. Can they join another temporary group in the meantime? I feel like the answer is no. I don't know. I won't be surprised either way. I won't be surprised if Kepler's on the show. I won't be surprised if Kepler isn't on the show. And I assume if they're not on the show, that is why. But yeah, to be honest, I really don't know who to predict. I assume the big names aren't going to be there. Like, you know, Blackpink is not going to be on the show, obviously. As for idols I would want on the show, Go On from Luna, or I guess anyone from Luna, Nana from UA, Yubin from Oh My Girl, Say Bomb from Nature. Yes, I am just listing out my biases. What did you expect? I hope some inactive groups will send someone on the show, like Everglow. Where have they been? GWSN. Would love to see some life in that group with having a member on the show. You could have Weekly, they've been gone a while. Wiki Mickey, soloist as well. Maybe like Chang'e or Yena. Like, there's so many people that could be on the show. And I would love to hear your speculations or wishes. Who do you think is going to be on the show? Who do you want to be on the show? I have seen some talk on Twitter and like people giving hints of who's going to be on the show, but there's like no reason to believe these rumors, so I'm not really believing them. But if the one I saw is true, this is gonna be a new goo supergroup, which is not really what Queendom's like all about. But like, I'm also not mad about it because I love new goo girl groups. I was able to easily pick like 7 girls that were like all my biases and that be the group. Like, I would love that group. I do plan on doing a Queendom puzzle series on the channel, and I also plan on doing a commentary watch along live reaction thing on the Oh My Patreon. So if you want to feel like you're watching the show with a friend, you can join the Oh My Patreon for $1. I'm really excited for the show. I know everyone gets all her when like an Mnet show happens, and understandable, but like, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I am excited to have another series on the channel. I'm excited for the conversation. I'm excited for the group. I think that's going to be really fun because, I mean, I love special stages. So this is just going to be like the forming of a group that would do a special stage, because I imagine that's pretty much all that's going to come from this is maybe like some promotion of some kind of debut and then a mama stage. Like, I don't think they're gonna have like this full-on year of promotions and like this. This is not like a real group. I don't think so. I don't know enough. I could be completely wrong, but that's just my understanding and like what I would think companies would agree to. Also, I know a lot of people are mad about this show happening, but like, these shows happen all the time, where a single idol from a group is sent into a competition show. Like, there was just one about rapper girl group members that also sing. Like, these shows exist. This isn't some, like, new thing. This isn't gonna ruin the group. It's gonna be fine. I'm hoping the show will be fun. Idols are friends with other idols, so it'll be fun to see, like, friendships happen. Also, stages. We're gonna get performances of, like, all these girl group collabs. Like, that just sounds so fun to me. I don't know. And I wonder if it's going to follow the same kind of structure that the Produce shows and Queendom Kingdom shows have done. Like, for instance, if we're making a group, I would want like a main vocal. So I assume there's going to be like the role round, right? The position round where it's like all the main dancers do stages, vocalists do stages, rappers do stages. I don't know. This just sounds really fun. I'm excited. But yeah, that's really all to say. There's not much about the show right now, but I promise I will be back to talk more about the show, especially once we get lineup announcements. Ooh, I'm excited. Anyway, please let me know your thoughts, predictions, reactions. Are you gonna watch the show? Or are you totally against this and hate this? Which is fine. You know, you don't have to love the premise of the show. But I, for one, am dying to know what the lineup is. But I will see you guys all again when we have that information. As for now, I've got to go. Have a lovely time of day wherever, whenever you are. It's currently 1:42 a.m. for me. Bye!